Good morning, Peter Goertz. I'm a psychiatrist. The ego of a doctor. Life is a humbling experience, and so is being a doctor, being a psychiatrist. And what made me think of that is this week I got a call while I was at work, and I learned that one of my clinic patients had attempted suicide. I had not expected that. So you always wonder in a situation like that, did I miss something? So that's something that certainly can happen. On the other side of the coin, a patient last week, a clinic patient, told me she enjoys talking with me. So what I'm getting at here is you have so-called negative feedback, and then you have so-called positive feedback. And we want to look at our egos and look at how to deal with both the negative and the positive feedback. Other patients this week told me thank you after I saw them. They felt understood. Those were patients I saw in consultation. And then I had another patient that I recommended psychiatric hospitalization for, but then afterwards I was thinking, does this patient even have a psychiatric illness? So you can even give yourself positive or negative feedback and wonder, my God, did I do something that was inappropriate? So it's understandable, in my opinion, to enjoy positive feedback, but if you focus on positive feedback, if you become attached to it, that can be a pitfall, in my opinion. Negative feedback is an opportunity to learn, and mistakes, so-called mistakes, can be wonderful to learn from. And I remember trying to learn how to insert IVs, and I learned the most when I was trying to insert IVs by making mistakes, getting it wrong, the IV didn't work. So, so-called mistakes and negative feedback can be major opportunities to learn. But you also don't want to be attached, in my opinion, to negative feedback, because then you can start judging yourself, developing a negative identity for yourself, and feeling of less value. So again, with negative feedback, in my opinion, you want to learn from it, but you don't want to be attached to it. And the positive feedback, similarly, it's understandable as a human being if we seek positive feedback, but that can be a slippery slope. And just like with the negative feedback, you don't want to be attached to positive feedback. That can create a feeling of dependence in you, that you need positive feedback. And that can alter your actions then. So you may be then acting in certain ways in order to try to get positive feedback, and those actions may not really be the actions that you want to have. So in my opinion, it's preferable to go by what feels right internally. You want to follow your internal compass, so to speak. You can enjoy positive feedback. You can learn from negative feedback, but you don't want to be attached to either one, either the positive feedback or the negative feedback. And that can create freedom, a sense of liberation, actually, if you do not feel that you need to act in a way that can get positive, in a way that makes positive feedback more likely. That can be liberating. So bottom line, I think we want to realize as human beings that our value as a human being is independent of so-called achievement, of positive feedback, and of negative feedback. And again, that realization to me feels liberating. And there's some similarity, I think, of this issue to an artist situation. If an artist creates art with the goal of positive feedback with the goal of many people buying his artwork, that may adulterate the art and actually decrease the genuineness of the art because it's focused on other people's reactions to it. Thank you.